morning and welcome to Tarot Readings and Crystal Healings. It's Oliver here today. Haven't been on for a while, just been getting on with things really. I hope you've all been doing the same, keeping well, keeping safe and staying at home. So today's reading, what we're going to look at, we're not really going to look at the best advice for today or anything along those lines. I think maybe because of what has happened at the end of last week, the extension, we're looking at 3 weeks more extension. But are we really looking at 3 weeks more, or are we really looking at a lot longer than that? So let's come and have a look to see kind of what is coming up in the cards. Let's kind of try and find some direction of what's really going on. Okay, let's have a look. As my gut tells me, okay, the situation is still as unstable as ever. I feel that we're probably being slightly lied to over the numbers of deaths and the number of cases. They haven't really got a clue, have they? So the situation is unbalanced, it's unstable at the moment, which is why we get the Knight of Cups actually as the outcome card. Now, usually I'd start on the other side, but there's not really much point in this. We'll go straight to the outcome, look at the outcome, then we'll put the rest in, okay? The present card was the Fool, new beginnings, okay? But it is a new beginning because in reality, it's an extension. So from where everyone thought that things might have gone back to normal, I don't know who honestly thought that, but where the government was telling us 3 weeks or whatever, we'll look at it again in 3 weeks, it's a new start again. It's basically back round to square one, okay? Knight of Swords being reversed, okay? I think this is a lot of the media and everything else that we're being shown is they're saying one thing, seem to just make it up as they go along. Do you know what I mean? So maybe at this moment in time, best thing to do is not even listen to them, because 1 minute they put a statement out, then they retract it. Pointless, okay? 3 of Wands being reversed. It's saying that don't bother waiting, okay? No bother waiting for your ship to come in at this moment in time, because nobody knows how long this is going to go on for, basically. Okay? Page of Pentacles being reversed, new business starts. Obviously, it's not a time to start new businesses at the moment, okay? It's not the time to start anything, really, okay? It might be time to put in the practice and whatever else and start to build the idea in the background of whatever you put into place, but there is no new start for business quite yet. The Hermit was another card that was shown in this. Hermit comes up constantly at the moment. Isolation. So it's still telling you, isolate, isolate, isolate. Just keep yourselves away from everyone, try and keep social distancing, okay? Now, if we pack these cards up quickly, we know that really the only real way out of this is for a vaccine. So let's have a look to see where vaccines come into play, okay? So the question that we will ask is, when will the vaccine be ready? Months. Now, I don't honestly believe that the vaccine will be out in production in 6 months, but they might be at the end of the testing by then. Two of Swords. Okay, so it's saying here, 9 of Cups is their first card for the vaccine, okay? 9 of Cups is saying that they've already got an idea of what they are doing, okay? They seem quite comfortable with whatever scientific facts that they have and the knowledge that they can put in behind the vaccine, so that's quite good. But then it's telling them, look, they need to change direction with it slightly, okay? So it's not a vaccine that's already been produced, it's something that needs altering, it needs changing, okay? King of Cups is being reversed. People are starting to feel a bit unstable with, obviously, the vaccine coming into play. The problem is with it is that it will need testing. Now, you need guinea pigs to test, really, human guinea pigs, people with corona to test on. So hopefully they will find enough to test on, but it's saying here that it will still be unstable for a while, okay? The Magician, a brilliant card for this, because the Magician is saying that they do have all the tools in the box to succeed with the vaccine, so they will get it eventually, okay? 10 of Pentacles, it's probably looking at more to do with the funding behind it. The vaccine needs even more funding, okay? Knight of Pentacles, what this is saying, what helps or hinders the situation with the vaccine, it's going to be slightly slow. The Knight of Pentacles is slow but steady, okay? It's good that it's steady, it's not so good that it's slow, but it will start to speed up, okay? And the outcome for it is Two of Swords, which is not helpful, so we're going to expand on that in a minute, okay? Two of Swords is basically saying to you that here, vaccine-wise, there's going to be more than one option. So, whether it be that some vaccines work with some people and some don't, and some vaccines and other vaccines work with others, there might even be two different vaccines depending on blood types, blood groups, etc. and along those lines. Let's have a look to see where else it goes. Okay, so we draw another 3 cards. So we have got 7 of Cups being reversed. It's not a daydream state, so the vaccine will come. The next card, 8 of Cups. Most people look at 8 of Cups as a bad card, but in reality with this, 8 of Cups is us turning our backs on coronavirus and being able to move onwards and upwards, okay, which is actually quite good. And the last card, King of Swords, okay, is all in our control, okay? So with our scientific departments such as SAGE and whatever else, as long as they put their efforts in, the vaccine will be formed. Now, if you're looking at this read here to try and time scale it from it, I mean, look, you're probably looking at where they're starting to find some form of success is around about 3 months' time from now. Yeah, probably around about 12 weeks. Now, that's when they will have a vaccine. But that vaccine still won't be completely proved, it won't be completely tested, etc. Do you see what I mean? It's going to take a lot longer than that. But that's where they're going to be on the right track. So, fingers crossed everyone. So they get that ready, get that sorted soon. Okay? Let's have a look now to see what the outcome will be of the coronavirus. Okay? Where will we be heading next? So, once isolation's over, once the vaccine's found, how will life return? A lot of us are probably asking these questions at the moment. No one really knows none of where we're going to be heading. Are we going to be stuck in social distancing for years on end? Probably not a bad idea in reality. One thing that the world should have learned from this was overpopulating is not a good idea. Cramming houses and houses and houses into fields next to each other, where everyone is living on top of each other, wrecking the countryside. Let's be honest, was it such a great idea? Not really, because then you can't distance yourself when something nasty turns up like this. Right, anyway, let's have a look to see where it all goes. So where will life return for everybody after this horrible period is over? Funny thing is, very, very similar cards from the last read. Again, 9 of Cups, first card in the last read as well, okay? It's saying that our wishes will be granted, so an end will be coming. It's indefinite, yeah, it will happen, okay? Knight of Pentacles is showing that business will return fairly stable, okay? I'm sure a lot of businesses will take some hits through this period and whatever else. The government is doing quite an alright job, should we say, of supporting everyone at this moment in time. Not everyone is covered under those brackets though, we must remember that, okay? But what this is saying here is Knight of Pentacles is basically saying to you is that things will be very steady and stable, okay? Which obviously they're saying the economy is going to crash and whatever else, which yeah, it's going to, but it's showing that the rise can come and it can kind of, stability will be found again, okay? Two of Swords, a lot of options for people when this reopens because the world will be a slightly different place, okay? So, lots of opportunities, lots of other things opening up, which is quite kind of good. It's telling people, look, we need to change the way that we are, okay? Page of Wands, it's telling you change direction like it was in the last reading. It was talking about how they needed to change direction with vaccines and stuff like that. But this is telling you to change direction in your life, okay? So whatever it was that you were doing beforehand, maybe it's time to now just pick up and start doing things that we really want to do rather than just getting on with it, you know, life's too short. 5 of Wands reversed. There is no more disagreements with this horrible coronavirus. Once the vaccine's made, we'll be able to push forward and get away from it, okay? Queen of Cups is telling you to look at your love life, okay? Make sure that everything's nice and stable within that when we come out the other side. And the Tower is reversed, thank God. It's just saying that we can all rebuild our lives, but I think that the way that we will be rebuilding our lives will be slightly different from trying to build them to how they were before. The world has changed. drastically, and at the end of this coronavirus, things will be very different, I'm sure. Okay? Right. Now we can look to see what we normally do for the day and just see what the best advice is just for today itself. I hope people have started doing new things, maybe starting a few new projects, etc. Not just sitting on their asses all day, but let's have a look anyway. Let's see what's today. What is the best thing for you to do today? Not a lot by the looks of things. One, it's Sunday. Every day's the same. Right, the High Priestess, she is reversed in this reading. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying that they've been getting these in their own reads at the moment, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about your own intuition at the moment, so listen to your gut, follow what your gut is telling you. When it's reversed, it's saying to you, you're not actually listening to your gut, so maybe go back and don't let your head, don't let your heart overanalyze things. Go and have a little think about what your gut is really telling you. Maybe today, a bit like the Queen said, go and do some meditation, okay? Knight of Swords, okay? Knight of Swords is about rushing into new ventures, okay? It can be quite a good card, it can be a bad card as well, but if we're going to look at it in positive terms today, we look at that as start something new fast today, okay? As I said to a lot of people, go and bury your head in books, go and do some research, go and do whatever it may be that makes you happy, but go and learn something new, and go and try and get ahead on it today, okay? Ten of Wands being reversed, make sure you relax today. As I said to you a minute ago, Queen was talking about meditation. Go and do some meditation, it's brilliant for the mind, okay? Ten of Wands, take away the stress and the burden. Don't really think about what's really going on, just daydream out today, okay? The Star reversed. Yes, our hopes and dreams will not come to life today, but that's fair enough. You're not going to make everything happen in one day, and obviously while we're stuck in isolation and we've just been expanded for another 3 weeks, a lot of people, especially if you're single and you're stuck on your own, are going to start to feel very, very isolated. So maybe it's not happening, but don't worry about it because an end is coming, okay? Judgment, okay? Today make sure that we are judging the situations in the right way. Anything that is put forward to you, stand back, fairly analyse it. Don't go barking up the wrong tree and things. Go and look at it properly, okay? Ace of Pentacles, okay? Card meaning is actually financial success. I don't think you're going to find that today, but what you can find is, as I said, if you go and bury your head in a project and start rushing ahead and rushing forward with it, okay? Maybe there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for you, okay? And the last card for you is Ace of Swords. So it's a day to really just sort of sit back, reflect, and not do a lot, really. If you can learn something, it's always good to self-educate. But if you can't, well, just relax. It's Sunday, hey? Have a great Sunday, everybody. Take care now. Bye.